The Nine Elder Immortal Seal, also known as the Nine Elder Immortal Commander Seal, is a treasured heirloom of Mao Mountain Yuanfu Vanning Palace, and at the same time the supreme token of Mao Mountain sect leader. It is said that whoever possesses this seal holds absolute power, being the head of Mao Mountain, respected and obeyed by the entire sect. Throughout history, every generation of sect leaders has had to gradually overcome challenges, cultivate their moral heart, practice their cultivation and wisdom to be worthy of the significance of this treasure. Therefore, when the elderly Taoist master of Mao Sun decided to pass the precious seal to Bok Tukong, the young man was stunned, so surprised that he forgot to breathe. At that moment, the space seemed to suddenly fall silent, with only the sound of the wind gently blowing through the Tamthen temple roof, where spiritual energy converges, witnessing countless ups and downs of the sect. The Taoist looked at Bok Tukong, his eyes both contemptuous and full of hidden meaning. He slightly furrowed his brows, his voice calm but no less stern as he said, "Don't make such a fuss. It's just for you to hold on to temporarily, not for you to become the sect leader." He paused for a moment, then continued as if to emphasize every word. "With your cultivation level, I wouldn't entrust you to be the sect leader anyway, fearing that the ancestors from previous generations would come up from below to settle accounts with me." The Taoist's expression grew even colder, but it concealed concern and worry for the sect's future. "It's only for you to hold temporarily." Hearing those words, Bok Tukong, though slightly pursing his lips and silently contemplating distant prospects, could not help but feel a sense of disappointment. The position of chief instructor of Mao Sun, the highest rank in a lifetime of cultivation, was the dream of countless generations. That temptation was enough to stir his mind, but at the same time reminded him of responsibility and the challenges still awaiting ahead. Watching Bok Tu-sung receive the seal of the Nine Elder Immortals, the Taoist priest continued, his voice gentle but firm. "All right, I have said everything that needed to be said. You should leave immediately now." Those words were like a farewell, like a silent entrustment between two generations. Although naturally lazy, Bok Tukong still seriously collected the seal of the Nine Elder Immortal Capital, carefully placing it into a cloth bag. He sat up straight, respectfully bowing his head before the Taoist priest, his heart full of gratitude and respect. "Master, your disciple is leaving now. Please take care of yourself." At that moment, the atmosphere in the hall seemed to settle, time seeming to stop to witness this important moment of succession. The Taoist priest gently waved his hand, his face calm, his eyes shining with faith and hope. He watched Bok Tukong's figure leave the Tamthen Great Hall, each step decisive yet still showing a hint of hesitation. As that figure gradually disappeared into the twilight, the corners of the priest's mouth suddenly revealed a satisfied smile, like a release, like a silent blessing sent for the future of the sect. Outside the Tamthen temple, a gentle breeze blew through the old pine trees, carrying the scent of the earth and sky of Mao Sun. There is a saying, "Above there is heaven, below there is Su Hang." Coming to Hangzhou without visiting West Lake means you haven't truly experienced what Hangzhou is. Therefore, after leaving Mao Sun, Bok Tu-chong decided to go to Hangzhou, a famous destination known for its poetic beauty and picturesque scenery. West Lake, a clear blue lake reflecting the mountains and rows of weeping willows, is a gathering place for countless literati, history, legends, and untold stories. As soon as Bok Tu-chong arrived in Hangzhou, he decided to go straight to West Lake, not stopping hurriedly at the nearby Tianzhu Mountain, because he wanted to fully enjoy the atmosphere of this place. In mid-July, after the tourist season, West Lake dons a peaceful and quiet appearance. Bok Tu-chong walks along the lakeside path, carrying a travel bag in one hand and a bag of snacks in the other, nibbling while enjoying the scenery. The gentle afternoon sunlight stretches across the lake's surface, reflecting off the rippling waves, stirring emotions in the heart. Bok Tu-kong strode from the Chi Kwatu relic site, a place preserving the marks of many great monks and famous historical figures, heading towards Doan Bridge, the famous bridge associated with the legend of Liang Shanbo and Zhu Yingtai. He was eager to see Doan Bridge with his own eyes and to stroll along the Bakdae embankment, a place that had inspired countless poets. However, as soon as he arrived at Doan Bridge, an unexpected scene appeared before his eyes. The bridge had been sealed off, the entrance cordoned off with bright yellow warning tape, preventing anyone from approaching. At the head of the bridge, 2 security guards stood on strict watch, their faces alert, eyes constantly scanning and observing everyone passing by. Bak Tu Kong felt curious, approaching while observing the situation. He walked up to one of the 2 young guards, still holding a bag of snacks in his hand. To create a good impression, he politely took out a cigarette and offered it to the guard while asking, "What's going on, my friend?" The young guard took the cigarette, his eyes briefly flickering with suspicion before responding. This situation made Bak Tu Kong even more curious about the reason why Dawn Bridge, a cultural symbol of Taeho, was blocked off at this time. Vague premonitions flashed through his mind, making the story seem to open up a new turn. Amid the peaceful scenery of West Lake, under the shimmering afternoon sunlight on the water, Bak Tu Kong continues his journey of exploration, carrying not only the heirloom treasure of Mao Sun, but also unresolved mysteries. Ahead, the road is still long, with challenges and opportunities awaiting him at every step. In Bak Tu Kong's mind, the image of the old Taoist priest, the seal of the 9 elders' immortal capital, and the blocked Dawn Bridge intertwine, creating a strange symphony between tradition and modernity, between the past and the future. No matter what awaits ahead, whether challenges or opportunities, Bak Tu Kong is determined to move forward, carrying faith, perseverance, and the legacy of Mao Sun, the origin of all stories, the convergence of the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, and also the beginning of his new journey, a journey full of promise, mystery, and adventure.